welcome back. So I just realized that I never did the mid-year book freakout tag back in June when I was doing my mid-year book haul and kind of my mid-year wrap-up. There are still 3 months left in this year, so I figured better late than never because I really want to do this tag and I think it's a lot of fun. This tag was originally created by Chammy and Ellie, and I'll have both of their YouTube channels linked down below. As I was pre-answering these questions, I realized that there is one author and one series in particular that really impacted me this year. I was trying not to be boring and pick books from, different authors and different genres, but if I'm gonna be honest, there is just one series that blew me away this year. Question number 1, best book you read so far in 2016. For this question, I'm going with hands down Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, and this book is amazing. It is the best book that I have read in 2016, and it is probably the best book that I have ever read. Question 2, best sequel you've read so far. For this, I'm going with Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. I really enjoyed this book. This is the 2nd book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, and the reason I liked this so much is because for a sequel, a lot happened. Very fast paced. There was a lot of twists and turns to the plot. Although the plot was kind of all over the place as well, I think it was realistic. When you think about it, these children are lost. They are jumping through time loops and they're trying to kind of solve a mystery. If you think about it, that's how children would be. They would be all over the place. I also really liked how the plot just went in a direction that I was not expecting. Question 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. For this, I'm going with The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm currently reading Blue Lily Lily Blue, so I have to finish that one in order to read The Raven King, which is the 4th book in the Raven Cycle Quartet. That book was released in 2016 and I really want to read it because I am enjoying the series and I really want to finish this series soon. Question 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I'm gonna have to go with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated edition. After The Cursed Child, I think we need some happiness, Harry Potter happiness, and I think with the release of the illustrated edition for the 2nd book it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm really excited to read it. The pictures are so engaging and amazing, and it'll give me an excuse to reread the Chamber of Secrets. Not that I need an excuse to ever reread Harry Potter, but it will, allow me to reread Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I think I need. I need to go back to those enjoyable books after The Cursed Child, unfortunately. And so moving on from question 4 to question 5, your biggest disappointment. For this, I am going with The Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. Now, this wasn't my biggest disappointment because I hated it. It was my biggest disappointment because there was so much that this book needed to live up to, and it didn't. And it's not because it was a play. I actually enjoyed the play. What I really couldn't get past were the plot holes in the story. Harry Potter is so intricate and so complex. For the most part, the Harry Potter story is very well thought out and planned, and I didn't get that from The Cursed Child. I kind of feel like they just thought of an idea and slapped it into a play. Biggest surprise. For this, I'm going with The Diviners by Libba Bray. This book was published a little while ago and it took me a long time to pick it up because I didn't think I would enjoy it. It's set in the 1920s. I'm not huge on historical fiction and I heard that, there were murders and it was a little creepy, and I am a total pansy when it comes to horror or anything like that. So I really stayed away, but this book was so great. Yes, I had a few issues with it, like I didn't really enjoy the fact that there were too many point of views. To me, it got a little muddy at times, but I love the setting of the 1920s in New York. It was fantastic, and I really did like the plot. I didn't expect it to go where it was going, and all in all, really great book. Question 7, favorite new author. This should come at no surprise. That is Sarah J. Maas. She is the author of Throne of Glass series, which is becoming my absolute favorite series. I love it. Question 8, newest fictional crush. For this, I am going with Will Herondale from the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I've only read Clockwork Angel and a little bit of Clockwork Prince, but I am really starting to love Will Herondale. He is very complex, sweet, but he can be an asshole. I love his humor, his sarcasm, but he is also a great fighter, and he is loyal to his friend, and yes, I'm going with Will Herondale. Question 9, newest favorite character. Guys, I promise I tried to branch away from this series, but I couldn't. For this question, I have to go with Manon from the Throne of Glass series. We are first introduced to her in Heir of Fire, and she's amazing. I love Manon. She never ceases to amaze me. She is intelligent, ruthless. She's very different. That's what I love about her. She is such a different character. I just wanted more Manon. I love her. Question 10, a book that made you cry. For this, I'm going with The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. Sorry, I'm trying to be original, but this series has been pretty much my 2016. But this book is the prequel novellas to Throne of Glass, and we follow Selena and how she became Selena, and like the different assassin quests that she had to go on. This book was so sad, and it made me cry. I cried for days. I think the hardest part was the fact that we knew what was going to happen. Like, it's a prequel. We already know how events happen. I was just thinking about being in Selena's shoes and how distraught I would be, and it made me cry. It was so sad. Question 11, a book that made you happy. For this, I'm going with Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I really love this book. It was so cute, and I really enjoyed the characters. I love Anna. There were so many cute moments. I was smiling the entire time I read this book. Question 12, the most beautiful book you bought this year. Besides the Throne of Glass book covers, because those are absolutely beautiful, I'm gonna go with Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I love this book cover, and I love the hardcover as well. The fact that it is blue with like a silver tree. I love the cursive lettering and how it's reflective, and just the different fadings of blue. This book cover is gorgeous. Question 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I still have so many books in my TBR jar that I really want to read, but the biggest ones that I really want to finish by the end of this year would be the Raven Cycle Quartet, so finish Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and then The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. Their Fractured Lights by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. My True Love Gave to Me, edited by Stephanie Perkins. These are 12 holiday stories by Holly Black, Gail Foreman, David Levithan, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Laini Taylor, Kirsten White. There's so many amazing authors. I really wanted to read it last year and I didn't get a chance to, so I really want to read it this year in December. I would also like to read 1 or 2 books in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I am currently reading City of Bones and I am really enjoying it, so I'd like to get maybe a couple of those books read. And lastly, Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. This is the 3rd and final book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. And lastly, question 14, favorite book community member. I want to choose so many people, but I'm gonna have to go with my friend Hannah. Anna from the Rainy Reader. She is amazing. I love her channel. We've been buddy reading a few books together, the Throne of Glass series. Definitely go check out her channel. She's wonderful, and definitely subscribe. Alright guys, well that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I am like 3 months late, but you know, we still have time in 2016, so I'm now starting to kind of freak out and realize that we have 3 months left and there are so many books that I want to read, and soon it's gonna be 2017 and there's gonna be even more amazing books that are gonna be released. So I really need to read a little bit more these next couple months. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye!